Hey guys, welcome back to DC Live Podcast. Let us introduce ourselves. My name is Joyce.
And I'm Naveen.
And today we're going to share a very special topic called
Toxic culture.
So toxic culture can be a lot of definitions. So it could be a praiser, it could be a burner, or it can be, a negative space that has been,
So it can be happen anywhere. Schools, colleges, house, and also everywhere you go. So before we enter to the topic, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our DC Live channel for more updates.
So we talk a lot about success, about hustling, and about pressuring. So toxic culture can be a lot of things again. So it can be happening in schools or workplaces. It can be from families or friends as well. When it comes to pressure, when it comes to hustling and bustling.
So Joyce, since you are talking about toxic culture, right? Is there any way that you have faced toxic culture before? I mean, in school or in your workplace or anywhere?
Well, toxic culture can happen in a lot of places as well. For me, since I came from a common school, so technically we always have a lot of comparison when it comes to beauty and trends.
Ooh.
And precisely, sometimes it leads to a negative downfall.
Like what?
Bullying, for example.
Ooh. Like why do they bully?
Probably like a lot of things about when you're a natural beauty, whenever you're being born smart, they think that you're kind of stuck up or arrogant, for example.
That's kind of bad though. So ask lah.
Okay, so now we're talking about toxic culture. So let us have our first question, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
So our first question: what are the most common signs that you can see from a toxic culture?
A common side that I see with a toxic culture is what question was that? Okay.
What are the common signs?
The common signs. Common signs I see with the toxic culture. I mean, if I get wrong, means just correct me. I would say the toxic culture will make you stressed.
Probably stress, a lot of pressures.
Will make you stress and will make you into depression.
Exactly. Sometimes it can happen to people with anxiety as well.
Yeah. And that leads to my next question. Do you think toxic culture is a common thing that happens everywhere? Is it a common thing, or is it?
Well, it can be quite a myth to some people, but from my opinion, probably toxic culture is happening in reality as well, even by beyond the perspective of it. So toxic culture can not only happen from a person, but it also can be from environment or a various situation that gives you quite a trauma, you might say.
Like what type of environment is it?
Probably like a toxic environment when people can be quite superior when it comes towards you. For example, as you can tell from a work environment or maybe a school environment, maybe there are some students who gave you a hard time, try to drag you down from your grades, try to drag you down from your confidence.
And why do they do that?
Well, we don't know what they think, but we can know what they think.
Okay, so I think that the main thing that leads to this thing is okay, so I think that the main thing that leads to this is jealousy.
Yeah.
Especially when during my primary days, I was a nerd during my primary days, and I was the top #1 student during my primary days. Overall, I got #1, and also in a class I got #1, and I always scored straight A's during my standard 3s and all that. And I used to be a minority during my primary school because in my batch there's only like 3 to 4 of Indians only. The rest of them are like other races lah, and they used to avoid me because I'm being too smart and I'm not like, due to some racial colors and due to some body shamings and everything, and they just won't let me to get in with them. So that's kind of toxic culture that I faced, and I believe it happened just because of jealousy that I was a top student during that time.
Well, people can be quite envious sometimes. It can be quite a normal common trait. So since we are talking about personal experience here, so let us share the very next question. So the next question is, how does toxic culture impact creativity, productivity, or teamwork? Even this is by one person's perspective.
Yeah, so toxic culture can be happen in many ways, like in a teamwork, like in a personal thing. It's just everything. It's just everywhere. If you ask me, what do you think?
Well, I could say the same thing to you too.
Yeah, so that leads to me to my next question. So, do you think that toxic culture is happening for a reason, or is just doing just because of jealousy?
It sometimes can happen in many reasons. It's not just jealousy alone. So it can be a reason when it comes to, when you hate someone, when you dislike someone, or maybe you probably had some negative feelings about someone for no reason. So basically, although jealousy is one thing, of course, but how would we know that jealousy is an initial reason?
So, okay. So the next question, is there any ways that we can rid of toxic cultures?
Well, what do you think?
There are many. Okay, first thing first, you don't have to get everything in your mind. So whenever people are judging you or telling you, oh, you're fat, or you're like, oh, you are like black skin, you don't need to get in your mind, because you have to be confident in yourself. Then that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm confident that myself, that I'm beauty in any angle, and I'm perfect in any angle, because at the end of the day, you are the one who's going to be with you at the end of the day. Not everyone's going to be with you.
Well, shout out to all the bullies out there. You may be a bully, you may be tough, but somewhat, karma's gonna get you.
Yeah, and I like to thanks to those bullies. Because of them, I'm a 100% stronger version. I can get 100% stronger version of myself right now because of them. And if I didn't get bullied, or if I didn't be involved in toxic culture, I wouldn't know that the reality of how would be the reality of world is, and by small things I might get down. So shout out to them. And if you're being bullied, don't be silent. Stand up for yourself. Raise your voice. And if you are the person who's being bullied, or who's getting bullied, if you are the person who doing bullies, that's not cool. Don't try to make.
Well said.
Yeah,
Well
that's
said.
not cool. And yeah, that's from me. Anything from you?
Well, for all people who's watching right now, don't worry. There's always a person that's for you and with you at all times. So don't you worry about a thing when it comes to facing such culture. Don't worry. There are some people who's facing the similarity, just like you, and people are all same and have their own difference as well. So make sure that you always have your word with someone that you trust, and always to be strong indeed.
Yeah. So
Shall we conclude?
yeah. So that leads to us to our conclusion. So thank you for watching, and please do keep supporting us. So bye.
Bye.
I don't know what I talked.
Good job.
What did I talk?